is Knowledge Bowl on WREG News Channel 3. A test of education where local high school students can win college scholarships. Now, here's your host, meteorologist Jim Jangers.
Good morning and welcome to this this morning's game of Knowledge Bowl. We are in precious few games left in round two where the students have already won a $500 scholarship to the University of Memphis or a stipend thereof, and they're competing for a $1,500 scholarship from the University of Memphis or a stipend of $375. Two fine teams both came out of round one besting their opponents by more than 100 points. From Arlington High School, our Tiger captain is Elijah Palmer, who's a senior, joined by Ryan Douglas, also a senior, Jennifer Tan, a junior, and Mia Palmer, who is a sophomore. Ladies and gentlemen, the Tigers of Arlington High School. Taking on the Tigers are the Tigers from Hernando High School, captained by Kathleen Hilliard, who's a senior, joined by Sydney Guntharp, who's a senior, Philip Belote, who's a senior, and Alexandra Trigg, who's a junior. Ladies and gentlemen, the Tigers of Hernando High School. Joining us as always to make sure everything is on the up and up is our own Dr. Richard Ranner, Dean Emeritus from the University of Memphis and a former associate producer of the National Arthritis Telethon. That must have been some exciting work, Doctor.
Yes, it was. It was very rewarding as well. We had the ability to raise quite a bit of money for the Arthritis Association, and I got a chance to work with people like Mickey Gilly and Garth Brooks, so it was good.
And just think, you get to work with me on Knowledge Bowl.
You're in the same class.
Some class, that's for sure. And let's start off with some general knowledge questions. We'll let you know if you need a pencil or not, or if there's any extra points to be had. This question is on holidays. These are civil holidays in what country? Heroica Defensa de Veracruz, Grito de Lorias, and Cinco de Mayo. Yes, go ahead, Mia.
Mexico?
Mexico is correct. Traitors is the next question. What is the term for a traitor who serves as the puppet of an enemy occupying force in a country, came from a head of Norway's government during the occupation by the Nazis in the 1940s? Go ahead, Elijah.
A Vichy?
No, we'll turn it over to Hernando. It's called a quisling. Seafaring novels. This is a three-sentence question. I give you that information lest you answer too early. These two lines are from which novel? Ah, said Silver, it were fortunate for me that I had Hawkins here. That was Flint's treasure that we had come so far to seek. Yes, go ahead, Ryan.
Treasure Island.
Treasure Island is correct. Very good. Gases. What poisonous gas can accumulate when a propane barbecue grill is operated inside a closed...
Carbon monoxide?
Yes, Jennifer, that is correct. Carbon monoxide, that's correct. Division, you will need your pencils for this. And a hexadecimal, what is the quotient of the F-face, F-A-C-E, divided by 12? I'm going to go ahead, Ryan. You caught me. Go ahead.
12/16.
I'm sorry?
12/16.
No, we'll turn it over to Hernando for an opportunity to answer the question. Correct answer is D, E, F. Invention lineage. These were invented in what country? Oboe, aqualung, Cartesian coordinate system. Yes, go ahead, Ryan.
France?
I'm sorry?
France?
Is correct. Not a monopoly is the next general knowledge question. What form of oligopoly is illustrated by Airbus and Boeing in a large commercial airline or DC Comics and Marvel Comics in the superhero genre? Yes, go ahead, Elijah.
Flying?
No, we'll turn it over to Hernando. Yes, go ahead, Philip.
Duel?
I'm sorry?
Duel?
Doctor?
No.
Duopoly is what we were looking for. You came so very close. Rocks is the next general question. On a geological map, what category of sharp-angled sedimentary rock is often symbolized by multiple irregular angular quadrilaterals of various dimensions among random dots? Yes, go ahead, Alexandra.
Shale?
No, we'll turn it over to Arlington. It's called Breccia. Wartime photos. Joe Rosenthal's famous photograph, raising flag on Iwo Jima, was taken in what year? Yes, go ahead, Elijah.
1944.
No, we'll turn it over to Hernando. Go ahead, Alexandra.
1945.
Is correct. Here's an extra credit question worth 25 points. Supreme Court Latin. Traditionally, the Chief Justice is regarded as the, quote, primus inter pares, which means first among what? Yes, go ahead, Elijah.
Equals.
Is correct. Arches is the next question. What is another name for for the headstone, the central wedge-shaped stone in an arch? Go ahead, Elijah.
Keystone.
I'm sorry?
Keystone.
Keystone is correct. Characteristics of minerals. What's the main color exhibited by the minerals? Cordierite, sodalite, azurited, and lapis lazuli. Yes, go ahead, Elijah.
Blue.
Is correct. Historical pun. This is a 4-sentence question. In relation to a famed 19th century telegrapher, what name is missing in the punchline of these punny jokes? How did the Vikings send secret messages? How did the Vikings communicate by sea? Answer, by blank. Yes, Alexandra.
Morse.
I'm sorry?
Morse.
Norse, is that what you said?
I said Morse.
Morse. No. We'll turn it over to Arlington. Yes, Elijah.
Norse code.
Norse code, and we'll take a look at that. We'll have Dr. Rana take a look at that and see if we award the points, since I sort of gave you the answer in a sense. Characterizations in Oliver Twist. What evil character looked less like a man than some hideous phantom? His name was Fagin. Ancient geography. Name the 2 most important rivers of ancient China. Yes, go ahead, Elijah.
The Yellow and the Yangtze.
Is correct. Medications, a 2-sentence question. Acetylsalicylic acid was patented in 1899 by the pharmaceutical company Bayer & Company and sold to relieve pain. What is the common name? Yes, Elijah. Is correct. Algebraic operations, you'll need your pencils for this one. What is the simplified expression for the product of 6 parentheses p squared close parentheses and 4p parentheses q squared close parentheses divided by 3p parentheses cubed close parentheses q? I'm giving the wrap-up signal. The answer is 8Q. African cities, Abuja. Oh, we'll have to hold that question for another Knowledge Bowl. We've got our pop quiz coming up next on Knowledge Bowl. During the pop quiz, we like to give teams an opportunity to get 100 quick points in 60 seconds, and that's the exact thing that we're going to do right now. Right now, Arlington's not in the lead, or Hernando, excuse me, is not in the lead. So, Kathleen, you have your choice. I know you've discussed this with your team, of either Disney songs or Disney settings. What would you prefer?
We'll take Disney songs.
Disney songs, okay. Name the Disney movie these songs are from. An example would be Circle of Life, and the correct answer would be The Lion King. As soon as I find my pen, we can start. Are you ready? 60 seconds, 10 songs, 10 movies, 10 points each, worth 100 points. All right. Kiss the Girl.
The Little Mermaid.
You Got a Friend in Me.
Toy Story.
Bare Necessities.
Jungle Book.
How Far I'll Go.
Hercules.
I'm sorry?
Hercules.
I'm sorry, one more time.
Moana.
Okay. I'll Make a Man Out of You.
Mulan.
This Is Halloween.
Nightmare Before Christmas.
Almost There.
Pass.
Remember Me.
Coco.
Mother Knows Best.
Tangled.
Colors of the Wind.
Pocahontas.
All right, we're back to Almost There.
Princess and the Frog.
Princess and the Frog.
You got them. 10 points each, 100 points in 60 seconds. Congratulations. We move on to you, Elijah. You have the final topic, which is Disney settings. Name the Disney movie which you would find these settings. An example would be 100 Acre Wood, and the correct answer would be Winnie the Pooh. We've got 10 locations, 10 movies, 10 points each, 100 points in 60 seconds. You ready?
Yes, sir.
All right. Neverland.
Peter Pan.
Peter Pan.
Agrabah.
That's
Aladdin.
Pass.
It's Aladdin.
Monstropolis.
Monsters Inc.
Monsters Inc.
Monsters Inc.
Anderel. I'm sorry?
Pass.
Okay. Or New Orleans.
Princess and the Frog.
Princess and the Frog.
Sugar Rush.
Wreck-It Ralph.
Wreck-It Ralph.
Radiator Springs.
Cars.
Cars.
Metroville.
Pass.
Pass.
Mount Olympus.
Hercules.
Paradise Falls.
Pass.
All right. We are back to Anderel. Andel.
Arendelle.
Arendelle, correct.
Frozen.
Yeah, very good. Thank you. Metroville.
Pass.
No, you can't pass the second time. Got to give me an answer.
Turbo.
No, actually, it was incredible. But you did get 80 points, and that's a pretty good score in 60 seconds. We go on to meet our teams for a second here, starting with Elijah Palmer, who's a senior. Your interests are plotting and scheming, and have you done either of those for this morning's game?
Yes, sir, I have. Very prepared.
What plots and schemes did you make, Elijah?
Oh, well, if I told you that, it'd kind of go to waste.
Oh, okay. All right. Ryan Douglas is a senior. He is into skateboarding and getting injured. Those two seem to go together. What was your most serious injury?
I got a concussion a few weeks back running into someone.
And yet you still play this morning. An injured player, very good. Okay, Jennifer Tan is a junior, drawing and history and science. What are you drawing nowadays, Jennifer?
Sometimes aliens.
Okay, all right. Mia Palmer is writing music and watching Marvel movies, and your favorite Marvel movie is?
Probably the first Captain America movie.
It was a classic, wasn't it? James Jordan is our alternate. He's a senior and into winning and ice cream. Favorite flavor of ice cream?
Any ice cream is best.
Any ice cream is best. Okay, our school coordinators, Joel Wilhite. Our principal is Chris Duncan. Ladies and gentlemen, the Arlington Tigers. The Tigers from Hernando High School are captained by Kathleen Hilliard, who's a senior, into photography, sewing, and reading. Taking pictures of what, Kathleen?
Usually wildlife like birds and stuff.
All right. Sydney Guntharp is a senior, reading and political science. Also comic books. Favorite comic book?
I'm really into this one Moon Knight series that's newer. It goes into his dissociative identity disorder, which is really cool.
All right. Philip Belote, senior, percussion, travel, and reading. And any particular part of percussion? Bass drum, snare?
I played the marching bass drum in the fall and spring.
Alexander Trigg is a junior, reading, watching sitcoms, want to be a lawyer. You want to be a lawyer because?
I just think that law terms and just how the laws work is really interesting.
Sounds good. Adam Wiley is our alternate. He's a junior, into cooking, Marina and the Diamonds, a band, and reading. And the big hit for Marina and the Diamonds is?
Probably Savages.
All right. Our school coordinator is Sean Swift, and Dwayne Case is our principal. We'll be back with more Knowledge Bowl right after this. Scoring changed since answer was inadvertently changed during the pop quiz, so we now have the current score. All the coaches agree and the teams agree. And Doctor has allowed me to go back to the question that I started before the pop quiz. African cities is the question. Abuja, Kano, Abadan, and Lagos are cities. Yes, go ahead, Elijah.
Nigeria.
In Nigeria, that African nation. Maritime battles. This is a two-sentence question. 1,500 British soldiers died on the HMS Hood when it was destroyed by which German battleship? Which was, yes, Elijah?
The Bismarck.
Was hunted down and destroyed in 1941, named after German Chancellor, whose first name was Otto. Bismarck is correct. Here's an extra credit question worth 25 points. Theater. Replete with scenery, props, lights, and costumes. What is the final rehearsal before a public performance? Go ahead, Kathleen.
Dress rehearsal.
Is correct. Very good. Change in velocity. What is the term defined by, quote, to decrease the velocity of, unquote? Yes, go ahead, Philip.
Deceleration.
Is correct. Very good. Where the river flows into the sea, the Chesapeake Bay has the largest of which type of partially closed area of brackish water where rivers flow?
Estuary?
Yes, Jennifer, go ahead.
Estuary?
Estuary, where rivers flow into the oceans. Estuary is correct. Book settings, East of Eden, Maltese Falcon, and The Big Sur are books that are all set in which? Yes, Sydney.
California?
In which U.S. state? California is correct. Grammatical barbarisms, a two-sentence question. Restate the following sentence without the barbarism. Me and Sue have a dog named Blue. Yes, Ryan?
Sue and I have a dog named Blue.
Is correct. Arthropods, name the posterior segment of the arthropod body. Yes, Elijah?
Thorax.
No, we'll turn it over to Hernando. That would be the abdomen. Soviet history, what Soviet leader had an estimated 40 million people murdered for the... Yes, go ahead, Elijah.
Stalin.
For the good of the state and created labor camps for those who disagreed with his government. Joseph Stalin is correct. Playing it safe. The guitarist for the Rolling Stones had a finger covered for $1.5 million, and Bruce Springsteen covered his voice for $6 million. What do these people buy? Yes, Kathleen?
Insurance.
They did. Latin translation, the motto of the Royal Air Force is per ardua ad astra. Complete this translation through adversity to the what? Yes, go ahead, Elijah.
Top.
I'm sorry?
The top.
No, we'll turn it over to Hernando. Yes, go ahead, Alexandra.
The sky.
The stars is correct. Diseases, what organ is primarily affected by mesothelioma, pleurisy, and tuberculosis? Yes, go ahead, Sydney.
Lungs.
The lung is correct. Here's an extra credit question, 25 points. On volumes, you'll need your pencils. Sydney, we got you a good pencil, right? Oh, we didn't. Well, I'm going to give you the question anyway and let Doctor rule on this. Doctor's going to provide you with a pen. Thank you, sir. That's why we keep you around. You're such a gentleman. How many cubic inches are in a box that measures 2 feet on each side? Yes, go ahead, Ryan.
8.
No, we'll turn it over to Hernando. Well, we are running out of time, so let's just give you the answer. 13,284 symbols. What term for a symbol of hope is missing in this line from a poem by Wordsworth? My heart leaps up when I behold a blank in the sky. Yes, go ahead, Kathleen.
Dove?
I'm sorry?
A dove.
No, we'll turn it over to Arlington. Yes, go ahead, Mia.
An eagle.
No, actually a rainbow. Italian. What is the meaning of the word that is common to the names of these structures? Ponte Amerigo, Vespucci, Ponte della Labrita, Ponte Vecchio. Yes, go ahead, Sydney.
Bridges?
Yes, that's correct. Very good. Novel title. With the title of which novel by James Michener also is the Japanese word for goodbye? Yes, go ahead, Mia.
Sayonara.
Is correct. Historic first. In 1906, when he traveled to Central America, who became the first U.S. president to take an official trip abroad? Yes, Sydney.
Theodore Roosevelt?
Theodore Roosevelt is correct. Science history. What 17th century German scientist devised the laws of planetary motion? Yes, go ahead, Ryan.
Kepler.
I'm sorry?
Kepler.
Yes, was off by some 13.7 billion years when he speculated that the universe was created in 4977 BC. Astronomy terms. What is the term for planets that orbit stars outside of our... Yes, Elijah.
Exoplanets.
Exoplanets is correct, outside of our solar systems. I would warn all the contestants to give me the answer as soon as I call your name. Statistics, two-sentence question. You measure the height of 50 of the 500 students in the school, choosing the male athletes to measure, and conclude that the average height of students is 5 feet 11 inches. Your error was in choosing the incorrect what? Yes, Elijah.
Sample.
Sample for your study, or sampling error. Alkaloids. What common alkaloid is missing in this line? I don't see the point in blank without coffee, or coffee without blank, for that matter. matter. Sydney?
Sugar?
No, we'll turn it over to Arlington. Yes, Brian?
Milk.
No, actually caffeine. Don't see the point of coffee without caffeine, although milk and sugar are certainly an important part of my coffee. And we'll be back with the final exam right after this. Another one. Well, we've had another score correction. I really got to get my batteries on my hearing aids fixed. I thought I heard stars, and the answer was sky, and so we have deducted the points from Hernando. We are on to our current events question, our final exam, as it were, and these questions come from News Channel 3 newscast, Dr. Richard Branna, some of our staff. We start with this question. In January 2022, what is Rochelle Walensky's position in the federal government? Yes, Elijah?
Secretary of Education.
No, we'll turn it over to Hernando. Hasn't been seen too much lately, but the director for the Center of Disease Control and Prevention, I imagine we're going to be seeing more of her in the future. Why is January 8th of any year a special day in Memphis? Yes, Sydney?
It's Elvis's birthday.
It is Elvis's birthday, that's correct. January 2022 was the deceased former Senator Harry Reid. How was he especially honored in Washington, D.C.? Yes, I'm sorry, Kathleen?
A parade.
No, we'll turn it over to Arlington. Yes, go ahead, Mia.
Fireworks?
No, he was laid in state at the Capitol Rotunda. In January 2022, who became the New York City's new mayor? Yes, go ahead, Mia.
Youngkin?
I'm sorry?
Youngkin?
No, we'll turn it over to Hernando. That would be Eric Adams. What university's football team won the 20... Yes, go ahead, Elijah.
University of Georgia.
No, we'll finish the question now for Hernando. What university's football team won the 2021 Liberty Bowl? Yes, Kathleen.
Texas Tech.
Is correct. Who is the Commercial Appeals 2021 Sportswoman of the Year? Yes, go ahead, Mia.
Simone Biles?
No, we'll turn it over to Hernando. That would be Rachel Heck, a St. Agnes graduate who won the 2021 NCAA Women's Golf Championship. As 2022 began, nearly 1,000 families were homeless due to a wildfire in what state? Yes, Mia?
Colorado?
Is correct. At the end of December 2021, the Wampanoag tribe gained control of part of their ancestral homeland on what well-known East Coast cape? Yes, Mia?
Cod?
Cape Cod of Massachusetts. Name the two finalists who played in January 2022 for the 2021 College Football Championship. Elijah?
Alabama and Georgia.
Is correct. In 2022, New York City vaccine mandate for private employees affected within 16,000. How many businesses? Yeah, Sydney.
Small businesses?
I'm sorry?
Small businesses?
No, we'll turn it over to Arlington. Yes, Elijah.
64,000.
Actually, 184,000, and you said 64. Is that correct? Okay,
Yes, sir,
so
that's
you were
what I
off.
said.
That's fine. Name the award-winning actress who died at the end of December 20. Yes, Ryan?
Betty White.
Is correct. December 2022, 2 weeks before her 100th birthday. As 2022 began, the state of Florida was reporting nearly 50,000 new cases of COVID-19 a day, causing many to complain that who had done nothing. Yes, Kathleen?
Ron DeSantis.
Governor Ron DeSantis did nothing to stop it, is what they said. In early 2022, Houthi rebels from what country seized United Arab Emirates ship? Yes, go ahead, Elijah.
Yemen.
Is correct. In 2022, Javier Bashiri is the U.S. Secretary of what? Yes, Alexandra.
Education?
No, we'll turn it over to Arlington. Yes, Mia?
Agriculture?
Actually, Health and Human Services. As 2022 started, what company was the first business ever valued at $30 billion? That is Apple, and we'll be back to finish up this Knowledge Bowl in just a moment. And one of the things that I use to measure a good Knowledge Bowl is the number of questions left on the table. There weren't very many at all.
A lot of points on the board.
A lot of points on the board. Hernando, you guys did a great job. You rolled with the punches. You suffered some losses, but you did a fine job. And another measure that I use is how teams don't give up, and you never gave up. So thank you very much for doing that. You have a $500 scholarship to the University of Memphis. Arlington, you go on to the Elite Eight. You now have a $1,500 scholarship to the University of Memphis, or a $375 stipend. And our congratulations. We hope you get all the way to the championships. And just another smash 'em, knock 'em down Knowledge Bowl this morning, Doctor. Who's next week?
Absolutely. Lausanne and Christian Brothers.
That should be a good game as
A lot
well.
of points to come on that one, too.
So if you're smart enough, you'll watch Knowledge Bowl next week at 9 o'clock on Saturday.
Thanks for watching News Channel 3's Knowledge Bowl, proudly awarding scholarships to students for over 30 years.